All right, let's get it. Today, I want to talk about even more biblical clues that the Israelites were black. So today, I want to start in the Song of Solomon. And again, this is what I consider to be low-hanging fruit. Many have covered this in the past, but I just want to provide a little refresher, reiterate what's been said previously by other YouTubers, other channels. So we're going to start in the Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. And many are familiar with this verse. And before I get into it, I just want to say, please read this entire book. This is not about a woman's love for King Solomon. This is about Israel's relationship with the Most High, with Jesus, with Yeshua, whatever you want to call him. You know, this is about that relationship. This is not a woman professing her love for Solomon. So, with that being said, starting at verse 5, I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Let's stop right there. And I know the next verse, mentions again him being black because the sun looked upon him, but let's just focus on verse 5 right now. So let's go over to the Strong's Concordance. And again, this is BibleHub.com, and they have a tab for the Strong's that if you want to research or dissect some of these passages, that information is available. So, him saying that I am black is self-explanatory, right? There's no need to try and decipher or break down that any further. It's plain and simple. I'm black. But let's look up like the tents of Kedar. And I want to focus on Kedar. And it reads, and like I said, this is from the Strongs. Kedar equals dark. A son of Ishmael, the descendants of Kedar. Well, who's Ishmael? Well, Ishmael is the first son of Abraham. Ishmael is Isaac's big brother. Ishmael's mother is Hagar, the Egyptian. So, I think the reference here is they're black like other black people. Okay, black like Kedar. right. Just saying. Common sense, biblical clues. Let's continue. So I wanted to go to the counterpoint, right? I mean, because again, many people have covered this in the past, and the counterpoint, the counter argument is always in the Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 10. My beloved is white and ruddy, the chiefest among 10,000. And believe you me, somebody's going to put in the comments this very verse and go, see, it says right there that he's white. So that just blows your theory out of the. Okay, whatever. We've heard it all before, right? What they fail to do is read the very next verse. His head is as the most fine gold. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. Well, there's that word locks again. We just went over that, right? There are the locks. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. Well, who has black and bushy hair? Negroes, right? I mean, it's there. It's common sense clues. There is no taking this out of context, right? It's just funny how people like to cherry pick one verse here and one verse there. Like the people who always talk about Paul when he talks about we're under grace. The very next verse says, so are the laws over with? God forbid. Or I'm paraphrasing. I mean, I know it doesn't go like that exactly, but the point I'm trying to make is if you go to the very next verse, sometimes when people try and cherry pick those type of verses to prove things, the next verse contradicts their argument. So anyway, let's go to the Strongs and see if we can get more clarification about these two verses. So here it is, the Strongs, Songs of Solomon, verse 10. And as you can see, it has changed white to dazzling, right? Instead of my beloved is white and ruddy, this says my beloved is dazzling and ruddy. That's interesting. So it doesn't say Caucasian. It doesn't say European. Does it? I just gotta point that out. But let's look at ruddy. And let's go to the breakdown of ruddy. And it says, red, ruddy, of man, horse, heifer, garment. And many people have already done this, but like I said, I gotta give a refresher course. I gotta reiterate. Google ruddy horse. Google ruddy heifer. Google ruddy duck. And you will see the color of those animals, and you'll see that it is not red at all, and it most certainly isn't a white person with blood showing through the skin, as a lot of people like to say that's what ruddy means. Just Google that, you'll see the answer. And also, let me state that ruddy does not mean light skinned, for a lot of my brothers and sisters who like to use that definition as well. Ruddy does not mean light skinned like Terrence Howard or Chris Brown or someone of that nature. That's also incorrect. And like I said, if you want proof, just Google it. Google those images. Moving on. So let's break down the next verse, right? Songs of Solomon 5 and 11, according to the Strong's Concordance. Now, instead of it saying, and look, they're trying to be slick here. Instead of it saying his hair is bushy, they changed it. His hair is wavy. They changed it. They're trying to be slick. His hair is wavy and black as a raven. Oh, we caught you. We caught you trying to be slick. Let's just read it anyway, right? So the definitions under or the breakdown under wavy is wavy, which you can't define wavy with wavy. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, the meanings under wavy, or the breakdown under wavy. Wavy, comma, branchy, used of woman's hair. And then you got 1A, meaning uncertain. So they know that wavy is not a good breakdown of wavy, right? Meaning uncertain. Well, look, every black person knows that bushy is referring to black people's hair, right? I mean, it's just common sense clues, people. Common sense clues. Continuing on. So, next, I want to read from the book of Lamentations. And I'm going to go down to verse 10. And I hope you guys can see this. And if you can't, please, just grab your Bible or type in your Google search Lamentations 5:10, and you'll see exactly what I'm referencing here. But it reads, "Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine." Stop. How many times do people have to say that they are black for it to sink in? Yet you still have people who want to dispute the fact, the biblical proof that the Israelites were black. And this is Jeremiah speaking in Lamentations, by the way, for those who are unsure or uncertain. But let's just look at this thing logically, right? I mean, if you've ever encountered someone who was stricken with illness, a black person that was stricken with illness, a lot of the times, what happens to their skin? They become a shade or two darker. I've experienced it. You know, they become frail. They lose a lot of weight. They become a shade or two darker than they originally were. If you've been fortunate enough not to have experienced this, consider yourself lucky. But I've seen this with my own eyes. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. Let's see what the Strongs has to say about this, though. So, here they are again, trying to be slick. We got you. They've changed the words. According to Strong's, this should read, our skin is as hot as an oven. That is not what it says, though. It does not say our skin is as hot as an oven. It says black like an oven. So let's read some of the breakdowns that they give under is as hot. To yearn, be kindled, be black, in parentheses hot, grow warm and tender, be or grow hot, become hot, become emotionally agitated, interesting, very, very, very interesting. I've never heard of black being used as a synonym for hot. Not in my lifetime. I've never heard that. So again, here they are trying to be slick, and look, we got you. We caught you. I've never seen that. I've never heard that. I've never went outside on a summer day and go, man, it's black out here today. Oh man. I mean, that's funny to me. It's funny to me that they're trying to use black and hot interchangeably. It doesn't work. Totally doesn't work. But again, you get the point. I said, how many times do they have to say that they are black? Common sense, biblical clues. All right. So, I'm going to leave it there for now. If you like the way I think, slide over to Patreon. Check out some of my original short stories. It's only $1.50 per download. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. And like always, I thank you for your time. Peace.